we came back up and walking down the walkway to go back to where my cousin class is, the same fella who I would have told before I went upstairs if he was ready for me, and he never answered me. He happened to be standing in front of the door. So I walked straight up to him, and people say, like, Mission, all right, and she but I walk up straight up to him. Yes, Sister Easy. I tell him, I say, you ready for me? Well, he didn't answer me still. Well, I just hit the fella one slap. After I hit him that slap, I walked a couple of feet away and I posed up on the window and just, feeling like, let's call it back then, feel like you're big and bad or whatever the case is. And then his friend had him started to tell him, mind you, this fella is probably like 3 years older than me, right? I was in Form 3, so I was more like a junior student. He is a senior student, right? And he's taller than me and everything, right? So I just stand up there, however. And my friend and I was like, you taking that? Well, Mr. Man, eventually after they chain up his head and thing, he came. He tried to come to me first, and then my cousin, the same one who was fighting first, she tried to block him off. I didn't see what happened, but she told me. I knew that this piece of her ears right here got cut off, but I didn't know how it did. In the jeans room, I realized her ears was bleeding and stuff. But she said it was him who cut off her ears, like he had a blade, a razor, or some kind of blade, when she was trying to push him back from coming to me. So, that didn't work out, and then she leave him to come for me, and then he came for me and started to cuff me. It was this side of my face, right? So I cuffed me to my face. So he cuffed me once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and when he's cuffing me, I'm in my head like, this fella not stopping, because even though I do my stupidness, the only thing I cared about that day was not getting suspended. I didn't mind getting the heat outside of the gate, but I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to get suspended. But then when I realized he just keep cuffing me in my face and he's not stopping, I was like, nah, I have to do this right now. So when he reached to about cuff 8 or 9 on this side of my face, like this whole side, I just closed my fist and just start to fight him back, right? So let's say this is where the fight started, right? And I am standing here and he's standing here and he's cuffing me, and when I started to fight him, the fight started to push this way, which means he was getting pushed back from me. And eventually, as that fight was going on, it reached like in the middle of the field, and one of the safety officers and the deans would have came and had to rip 2 of us apart, right? And while they were trying to take me down, well, not trying, but actually taking me down to the dean's room, but before even that, it had a drain that was not too far, because I said if I only reached that drain, I would have ended up stamping him in the drain. I'm telling you exactly as it happened. Good night, Brother Marlon. It's nice to have you. Yeah, so after that fight, and who was the dean? It was Mr. Jai Karan, not the dean. He was the safety officer. He was carrying me down. And while he was holding me, carrying me down, some of the fella friends, his male friends, was like, girl, what you do, girl? All of them wanted to beat me, eh? But even though all that drama and the safety officers carried me down, and after all them cuff, my mouth inside here was bleeding. I could have actually tell, because the blood, I was swallowing the blood at certain times, right? And the safety officer took me down to the dean's room. And while I was in the dean's room, I can't remember who I met in the dean's room, but eventually my cousin, they pulled her down into the dean's room. Then as I was sitting there, the fella came down and he started telling me, Michelle, what you doing, girl? What you doing? You understand? And I wasn't answering nobody, you understand? Because as I said, back then I was like so much more quiet than now. I was so quiet. When I talk, I talk, and when I don't talk, I don't talk. And while I was inside, I don't know what's going on, but all I know, more fights were taking place. I heard about it had an incident where somebody got stabbed. It had another incident. I just see a fella run into the dean's room, bleeding. His mouth made no open. See, he just bleeded and going by it had a thing there, washing out his mouth, all kind of thing. I tell you, that day, the devil was let go, loosed. I knew